I was trying to hold off on trying to say anything about this issue, but that edit really made me sad because I think Blank the series was one of the most successful GLs and one with a very important message and lesson to teach. And the fact that it went over well to the public and it opened some minds, or rather brought something difficult into the discussion of sapphic relationships in reality. I think Blank was culturally significant for not just the sapphic community, but the larger LGBTQ community. And it is one of the difficult books of Chao Planoy that was adapted almost identical to the book. So I was happy about the adaptation. I was happy that the message and what was important about power dynamics in an age gap relationship was presented in such a way that it opened the discussion about what was predatory and not, and it was accepted in the hearts of many fans uh, in such a way that they were able to absorb the lesson that sometimes age is not just the only factor in power dynamics. And I was very impressed by how things were changed in such a way that highlighted the message, because there were some things that really were problematic from the book. And I was very happy that this pairing was successful, especially since I've been following Faye back when she was still using Malisorn, before she changed it into Pariah. Um, and because I came from liking Thai queens in the pageant world, and that's how I entered the Thai GL world. So I was happy that Faye was getting a second wind in her career, because she had been a Channel 7 actress, uh, mostly in a support role in dramas. But just frankly, there was kind of a lull there, and she was concentrating more on her Amore salon, and she was also doing some work with MGI. But when she was cast in Blank the series and it became wildly successful, she got a second wind in her acting career. And I was so grateful for Ninestar at the time that she was given a chance to show that she is not just good for support roles, she is a main lead character. And this role really highlighted what was attractive about Phi Pariah. I used to be called Supaporn Malisorn. So, or her name I think is Pariah Malisorn, and it used to be Supaporn Malisorn. Anyway, that aside, it's just so heartbreaking that it has come to this, and that Ninestar and One and the new CEO Nani has allowed this issue to metastasize in such a way that the theories are wild, and that it's now ruining her the Ninestar company's reputation, and it's now carrying over to Yoko's reputation. So I think, you know, I called CEO Nanny a crack shot in a different video because her credentials was so impressive in being able to build up startups to um, become a bigger company. But now I think staying silent, I think this is a bad publicity strategy, and they should at least put out a statement to, you know, clarify some things on what is really happening with the contracts. And I just don't understand from a very small studio, because first they lost Ice and Marissa. And honestly, I guess, um, looking back in retrospect, that was a red flag, because this company, although it was founded by One, it really was just One and Ice in the beginning. And that was also the reason why, because they couldn't find another actress, or maybe they were already over budget and over time. That's why Ice stepped in to be to play the role of Kunsem. And then after the drama series, after doing some fan meets, they weren't able to work it out, and she pulled out from Ninestar and brought over Marissa with her. So that was a red flag. Um, Thinking back, uh, and I thought before that, oh, they only, maybe she wanted to make her own studio, and Marissa and Ice were already comfortable with with each other. That's why she brought Marissa over. But now I'm thinking maybe from the start there was already a problem, because why would she leave? You made a shoestring budget drama, at least for season 1, and there was only the two of you, and they had like big plans. They were even, auditioning for a new set of actresses together, and then she would just suddenly pull out with Marissa. And I thought nothing of it before, and then after that, there was a change in the talent managers, and there were constant um, statements about things that were leaking from the behind the scenes of FayeYoko's schedule, a string of scandals, and I thought nothing of it. But now, um, in retrospect, it seems like the speculation that maybe Yoko is being isolated and that Faye is being boxed out is real, because slowly the people surrounding these two are being let go. And now I'm really worried, because Ninestar only has Faye and Yoko. They don't have anybody else. Doesn't make sense to break them up. Doesn't make sense to find a new partner for Yoko. And if the problem is that they couldn't find another story like Blank to further the age gap, thing between them, they could simply make a new story, get a new script writer to write an original story. And I just don't understand how it has come to this, especially when we had so much faith in One. So I'm just heartbroken about all of this, and I'm just so devastated. I don't I don't understand why. That's all.